Hello and welcome to the 21st episode of the 3GN podcast. I'm of course your host Danny and I'm joined by my lovely jubbly co-hosts Chris
Hello.
and Gary.
Yeah, Chris has been a bit of a dick. Hi, guys.
Okay, so before we start the games we played, anybody wants to rant about something? You know, just go on a complete side tangent like we usually do.
Well,
There's no, better not.
Okay, I'm buttoning.
what do you mean you're buttoning?
Chris said button up.
I said I better not.
I can't. I hear a button law. So
Button law? Oh, God.
I couldn't hear what you
You're
said.
going deaf, old man. Said to the youngest.
I'll be honest, Chris, it's because your quality isn't the best. Most of the times I can understand all you're saying, but sometimes it becomes quite muffled. I mean, Gary, did you hear what he said?
I heard it, and only a tiny bit clearer, I think.
And did you understand what he said? It would be a better question.
The first time, yes.
Okay, then what did he say?
He said you better not.
Okay, you better not. Okay, see, that makes much more sense than better not or better law or whatever that I was thinking.
It's just you, Danny.
Do you know what, Chris? I'm gonna edit out what you said and send it to you. You know, like the penis monster clip that I deleted. And and it is deleted.
Just because you clipped it doesn't. Just because you deleted that clip doesn't mean I don't still have it.
Fuck, you're right. It is on Discord now when I think about it.
Oh,
Well. Okay. I guess I'll start
Get-
ranting. No, I'll start fucking See, okay, I've been very busy this week. I have been editing and I have been working on a special video, and then I've also been practicing something just for me, which is I'm basically relearning stuff that I stopped doing a long time ago, plus writing on my D&D campaign. I've been busy as all hell.
Which means that you haven't played many games this week.
I have not. That was the point I was going to get at. That
You're welcome.
because I've been so busy, I haven't really been able to play that many games. And I mean, yesterday alone, I edited for 8 hours, and I got up and then I started editing, and then I kept editing until it was like, I don't know, Gary. What time was it you contacted me?
I'll have to check. Just a moment.
and this is one of the reasons why we haven't actually gotten around to Alien Isolation properly yet.
Well, that
Oh,
and
we tried though.
well,
We tried.
the reason why we haven't gotten around to that is because of technical difficulties. So
You better flash up the image when that comes on.
I don't want to confuse people. I usually do technical difficulties when we have actual technical.
Just a quick on-screen flash is all you need.
Okay, I'll do it for less than a second. Done. People won't.
Good.
People won't even be able to see it unless you turn it down to 0.25% speed.
So maybe this will be slow motion.
I mean, it will be gone
I'm sorry,
already.
I had to do that.
Be gone already. Gary, you were finding out when you contacted me yesterday.
Okay, yeah. For you, that would have been about 20 to 11.
Yeah. Okay. So that's how long I edited, and even at that, I had to stay up even later to upload it and stuff. So yeah, I've been a busy little fuckboy with a smelly bum, and it's been stressful. But hopefully, if I keep editing even more these next couple of days, I might have been able to edit so much that I can take some days off and not have to think about that.
That's your dream future, is it?
Oh God, no! My dream future, unlike other people, my dream futures are mostly game related, and it is also so this week. But we haven't even gotten to dream futures yet. We are on games we've played this week. Now when I've gotten to rant a wee bit, let's go to the games we've played this week. Who would like to start?
I can, because it's quite easy for me to get it out of the way.
Oh God, have you also only played like 1 or 2 games?
I've mostly been playing Xenoblade since it's a longer game and I've not been taking it too seriously. I've been going through it at my own pace, doing lots of side quests and so on.
Yeah.
I think I have played a bit of Monster Hunter,
I know something
I
you've
can't-
played.
but I can't
Karen.
quite say when that was. And since Gary's brought it up, I have gone to his briefly, and it was Pokemon Sword that you got.
That
But
wasn't the
people-
one I was thinking of, but please do. I want to share this story. It's a fun one.
Okay, go on. I'm listening.
Right. In the Pokemon Sword and Shield series, you can do camping. And if your team has a good enough friendship with you, you can
It's not just with you; it's also with each other. It's
you
referred to
can
as social.
you can randomly recruit wild Pokemon without battling. So I go to whatever route it was. I know it was a cold region, and I managed to
It was
recruit
Rouge.
a Snom. It's a
It's very
can't think-
popular.
Okay, I need to ask, what the fuck is a slum?
No, not slom.
Snom.
Snom.
Oh, sorry, snom, of course. Yeah.
Think of Snowworm.
Okay, it's a snow worm. Okay, that makes sense considering the name. Sounded like a sex act, but okay.
Basically, it appears in the middle of the camp and it wanders up to you. But since it's so slow, it took over a minute before it actually reached me.
Yeah.
Well,
Go on.
just one of those things of didn't expect it, and all of a sudden it's just so slow at walking. It throws you off and it makes you laugh.
I mean, how is that effective in battle? I wonder.
It's actually pretty bad, but it's one that evolves with friendship and is reasonably good once it's evolved.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Hmm.
Like caterpillar or caterpie, which is
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
which is just useless until it evolves.
Until it's fully evolved, at least, because otherwise, Cocoon, not fun.
Oh yeah, I forget. Yeah.
Yeah, but the other game, I believe, is University you're thinking of.
That's the one.
Yeah. Did I actually dip to fight alongside Peter this week,
I
or was
don't-
that
I don't think you actually did.
randoms online? That was it.
Yeah, we were just doing randoms online. That was fun.
I was speaking to Peter yesterday, helping him with some
Oh, yeah.
OBS stuff. He's trying to. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's everything I played. Might have gotten one or two things.
Oh, Danny, I've sent you a picture of a snob.
Oh god.
Okay. Let me look at this.
I technically sent you a Bulbapedia link, but it shows the picture, so you should be able to
Gary,
see it.
why did you send me a picture of a penis?
That is a snob.
Because he knew you'd like it.
It's just, I can't put this on the screen on the podcast, can I?
It's a Pokemon. You're allowed.
Okay.
Well,
Actually, it looks more like a
you
dildo.
going next,
Oh,
Gary?
yeah.
Guess I gotta. Okay, so I tried playing some more Sonic Chronicle, and I started progressing a bit. Finally recruited the character I wanted to, and then the game crashed, and I hadn't saved it all session, so that killed my reason to play it at the time. So I'll probably go back to that sometime later this week.
Yeah, I get that
But,
sometimes.
Yeah,
The luxury
aside
of
from that-
autosave was not enabled.
I'm kind of glad about that because that actually means that you can reload old points if you missed something. But I played a bit of Pokemon with Adam, although that really wasn't that much because he was here yesterday, but we were trying to sort out a different issue anyway. So by the time we ended up getting to Pokemon, it was about an hour before he had to leave. So that was sad. We didn't even end up managing to sort out the issue properly, so
Sad face.
that's just unfortunate. We tried. Although I did play a bit of Sonic Advance Revamped, or at the very least the second demo for it, and it'd be nice if the third demo had come out because the second demo was out in 2018. But part of that is because I can't find my actual Sonic Advance game card, and it makes me sad. But also because it adds new characters to the original game, and it even revises some character movesets. Like, it gives Sonic his drop dash move from Sonic Mania. Although I kind of wish it didn't, but yeah, nitpicks. Now, as has been pointed out, I've played a tiny bit of Xenoverse 2 when me and Chris were just kind of switching who was playing at the time. I played a very tiny bit of Pokemon Sword myself before Chris got to mine that day, and I also played some Fire Emblem Three Houses because I haven't been on that in so damn long. So I progressed on that a bit.
I would like to say I almost bought Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 when it was on offer on Steam for €8, I think it was.
Dang!
Yeah,
There's
it's.
a lot of DLC stuff for it.
I know
though.
that's one of the reasons why I didn't get it, because it's like, oh god, the DLC is there's so much. Even though now it's no longer on offer and it's €50 again. So yeah.
It's kind of a shame that you didn't, because the game itself, even without all the DLC, is pretty solid. I mean, effectively, it's the DLC is just kind of keeping it alive way past the release year. I forget how many, like, I forget the specific year it came out, but there's a recurring meme that a friend of mine made that applies, and it's just this shot from the Sonic movie where
How are
Sonic's.
you still alive?
I have no idea. Yeah, that one.
Well, the thing is, the reason I didn't get it is because I've already bought too many games recent. I bought more games, you know, that period where I had worked like 3 days in a week and I'd gotten like a lot of money and I bought a lot of games. I bought more games those couple of days than I'd done the entire year. So I'm like,
Good haul.
I am at the point where like, okay, I've bought enough games now. Now I've got to actually play them before I can justify to myself buying even more. So
Yeah.
Reasonable.
yeah. But was that all the games you have played, Gary?
Aside from that, I think there's one more, but I can't say I remember it, and I've probably ranted on enough myself, so...
Well, honestly, Gary, we're not going anywhere before you remember that. We can sit here for hours. I've got days waiting for you to remember that one game. So let's just sit in silence.
Well, that may be the case, but I've got TV time in about 65 minutes.
Well, that's too bad. We're staying here until you remember.
It wasn't something like Sonic Heroes, was it?
Did you mention Pokemon Go? Did you mention the raid with Peter? Wait, no, the raid with Lewis.
I did not. Thank you for reminding me. I knew I was forgetting something, and I'm glad I brought that up before we recorded.
Yeah, I almost remembered it, but I forgot the person you did it with.
I mean, to be fair, there are raids on Xenoverse 2, so yeah, you can do. In fact, actually, there was a raid I did on Xenoverse 2, so thank you for reminding me of that.
Well, continue. Please do.
Okay, so last week, me and Lewis mentioned that we were basically doing a checklist of all the Pokemon we still need to catch and register in our Pokedexes.
You gotta catch them all, of course.
Exactly! I wish Game Freak fucking saw that. But basically, one of the ones that we needed, but both me and Lewis and even Adam, we ultimately established it'd be best to specifically go after it, get that, and be done with it. Me and Adam, we caught it. It was a Flygon. Lewis, however, unfortunately failed it. And I feel really bad because the raid wasn't near us, it was near him.
Oh, poor Lewis.
So we had like our remote raid passes all ready to use, and me and Adam, we succeeded and we got a Flygon, and Lewis now doesn't have one. It's so sad.
Well, I think he's probably going to get it eventually. He's a capable lad.
Yeah. And if not, I can always just trade him the one I caught because I'm actually working on another one.
No, he must catch him himself. He must gotta catch them all. I fucked that sentence up.
He gotta catch them all.
He's gotta catch them all. Yes. But well,
you hear that, Lewis? We hold no regrets anymore. It's all on you, buddy.
Right. You say you haven't played many games.
I have not.
What have you played this week, Danny?
I have, as every week, played MCC, because MCC for me is so easy to play because I only do the firefight based and the campaign based challenges, which basically means I can go in automatic mode, autopilot, and watch something while playing it and not really think about it. So I've of course played MCC. I've also played FTL, which you two know because we played it together with Lewis. Upcoming.
Oh shit, yeah.
Yeah. And the last game was kind of a failure, even though I had fun playing it, but the recording was a failure. I'm of course talking about Alien Isolation. That's right, people, I got it. I got the game. We played it. for an hour, and then I realized it all fucked up. Shit. Yeah, so it all fucked up. So my audio was terrible for the first 16 minutes. I had accidentally, because I had hotkeys apparently that I hadn't realized, that I hadn't put up, and I know I had. Fucked up thing. OBS fucked up on this one because I went in and I checked the hotkeys, right? It said you don't have any hotkeys whatsoever. I'm like, oh, okay, don't have any hotkeys. But if I did have hotkeys, I know I used to have this as a hotkey, so I pressed it and it still functioned, even though it wasn't in fucking OBS. So OBS fucked me on that one. So I stopped recording right before the first cutscene, and well, not the first cutscene, before the. I don't want to spoil it. Before a cutscene, and then I realized during the cutscene, I was like, oh fuck. And I pressed it and hoped, well, maybe I could fix it. I couldn't. I desperately tried. And then I was like, oh god. When I stopped recording, I'd realized I'd accidentally muted myself. God knows how many times I've done that throughout the recording. I know at least I've done it in the end of the recording. So we just decided to scrap it and say we're doing it over again. And I found out why my mic was fucked. It's basically my chair. My chair was fucked up because I was using. I've made a new setup. I've changed my tables around so that my legs wouldn't hurt because my other chair was a literal leather chair for a living room.
An armchair.
An armchair. That's what it's called. And it hurt my knees. So I got my office chair and I used that. But then I had this echo, and it sounded like I was like very far away, and the only way to get rid of it is if I put my face like directly into the microphone, which also didn't sound
At which
good.
point you can't see.
I can't see, and it didn't sound good for different reasons. Basically, like my fucking face touching the microphone would make sound. So I did some testing. I found out it was because the back part of my recliner works as an audio, like an audio stopper, like isolation, basically. Dampener, yeah. So what I've done is I've taken that and I've sellotaped it to my office chair, and I'm going to put up a picture of my fucked up office chair right now so people can see the fucking hassle I had to go through to fix my audio. And
I am so glad you're putting that up because I've seen the picture.
Yes,
it looks like a monstrosity.
And this was rant number 2.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. And that's basically what I've played. So MCC, FTL with you two, and Lewis, and Island Isolation. Fuck me.
Hey, hold on a minute. You missed one.
I did.
When we parted ways yesterday, you said you were going off to play some Resident Evil.
I was too tired. I didn't. I watched a stream, and then I helped Peter with some OBS stuff.
I see.
So that's what I did. But I do want to finish. And the thing is, I've decided what to do when it comes to Resident Evil 2. The reason why I've been stuck there is because I've been too stubborn. I don't want to use my ammunition. If I can avoid killing an enemy in Resident Evil and just save the ammo, I will do that. But I've realized, okay, I'm never going to be able to get back unless I kill all these very powerful enemies, which I will definitely expend all my ammunition doing. But it's that or never playing the game. So that's what I've decided on doing. And I think, yeah, that's basically the games I've played this week. So on that note, we should continue on to Dream Futures. Now, who would like to start?
Well,
for a second, I thought Chris was gone.
Yeah, I started to fall asleep during the rant.
Thanks a lot.
I'll be honest, actually, I'll admit I started daydreaming and looking at my washing line from out my window.
Okay, so nobody was listening to me. Okay, fine. I guess I'll stop listening to you two then.
Well,
don't be like that, Danny. I was paying attention. I was just like only half here.
Wait, what? I wasn't listening. What did you say?
Look, you're going to be using more ammunition when you next try on Resident Evil. I got it.
And that was my dream future.
Okay.
Right. Now, what I was going to say is maybe try some live content.
Ooh. I mean,
maybe YouTube streaming is a thing because we don't necessarily have to go on Twitch.
I see. Okay, the thing is, if when you said live, I thought you meant IRL content, and
no,
you meant streaming.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds
Yeah,
more
live
reasonable. But I don't know if I was going to stream. The thing is, I have considered streaming, and I have streamed in the past. And I do have a Twitch account for specifically that. Concrete, go check it out. No, don't check it out. I don't check it out. I don't stream anymore. I did stream a couple times, and then I deleted them all because my internet was so bad that I couldn't keep. It was literally 480p streams, and I was like, God, I'd rather have nothing on my account than that shit. So
Yeah.
but I have actually considered that, but do go on, Chris.
I was just thinking maybe some live content might help us. It then wouldn't necessarily need editing as much,
Yeah, the point.
and it also allows viewers to interact with us a bit more,
Okay,
or potentially interact a bit more.
look, the thing is, I'm a bigger fan of streaming than actual YouTube content because the feasibility of making money to survive off is bigger when you stream on Twitch or on YouTube. Actually, I don't know about YouTube streaming. I have never watched a YouTube stream, so I wouldn't know. But the feasibility of making money is bigger. That said, I remember mentioning streaming early on when we started this 3GN thing, and I remember Gary not being very into it.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest. I'm not the biggest with it just because of how I've seen how chaotic chats can get, and that kind of throws me a lot. I won't lie.
You're not a fan of the managing chat type deal.
I mean, I'll talk.
Well, the thing
I
is,
know
Any random shit you ask me to, I guess, but
I know there's stuff you can do to help with chat, but I doubt we would have that kind of number straight off the bat anyway.
yeah,
straight off the bat, I doubt it. I'm thinking long term, basically.
well, like I say, what I feel like almost every week, content, we shouldn't aim for it to be like, this is what we're gonna do to make money. We can think like that when it happens, but until that happens, we have to assume that it won't happen. Now, myself being a creative little fuck, I actually enjoy making content. I think it's fun. So
I'm kind of thinking on fun and interaction.
yeah,
I
Because currently it's just us three and having people watch. But with streaming, it'll be us three, and then we could have a slightly wider range of interaction.
I mean, yeah,
That's what I'm thinking of. Not, oh, if we did this, we could do like this. No, I'm thinking interactions. And plus, it would help with the lack of editing.
see, the thing is, I have actually considered streaming again once I get better internet. And with Peter trying to get into streaming, and with Lewis trying to get into streaming, I had actually thought about something when it came along the lines of streaming, which is, Chris, do you know what stream teams are, or like
I've kind of heard of them. If I say on Twitch, there's a group called the Fellowship, but it's not one person. It's a collective, and they'll do a group stream together, and their individual streams will be their perspective of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking because I actually wasn't imagining us 3GN doing streams because, well, we haven't really talked about it, and Gary has also aired that he wasn't really a big fan of it. But I thought, well, we have these friends who are going to try to start streaming, and I wouldn't mind trying to start streaming. We could make a 3GN team where these people are their individual content creators. Like Lewis will be called something, I don't know, maybe something with a great ape. I'll be the yeah, I'll be like Concrete, which is what I've been on Twitch even before 3GN, and Peter will be whatever Peter decides. And then I'd air this idea to them if they wanted to start that, so that we can, as individual streamers, try to help each other out. Now I'm trying to think how we do it as a 3GN. Maybe we could make like a 3GN channel, like a 3GN Twitch account, and then sometimes people from the stream team can stream on that, but then they also have their individual channels.
Yeah.
But that is an interesting idea. I do think we should look into that because yes, the editing won't be as bad. And personally, I do still think YouTube has a place because you know how I say I usually watch a lot of VODs, right?
Yeah, you
Well-
watch them on YouTube.
Well, that's the thing because on Twitch, after a certain amount of time, they get deleted. So that's why many Twitch streamers have a YouTube account where they also record their stream and upload the entire thing there unedited, so that it's there so people can watch it at their own time and not think, well, I have a month or something to watch this stream.
Yeah. Well, that was my dream future.
I was
And
actually just going to chime in just before you finish it that I actually think that's why we work so well, at least in concept, is because we all look at a different thing. Like, as Danny, as you've said, you try to look at the here and now, like the smaller picture. Chris, you look at the communications, whereas I try to picture the overall bigger picture. You put that together, you've got some form of recipe for success. It just needs time to pull itself together.
Yeah, it's just like making stuff. I'm not very good.
exactly.
I'm not very good at the whole networking or thinking about the future.
Mm.
My only thoughts of the future I have are they're uncertain. Don't bet on anything. That's my opinion on the future.
coincidentally, Danny's
I
words
have
of
I have
wisdom.
official footage of you in a casino.
Say what now?
Sonic Adventure doesn't count, does it?
Oh, okay, I get it. I get it. But
Well-
that's a very insightful dream future. Unless you have more to say on the matter, do continue.
No.
Well, I really like that dream future. But Gary, do you want to go first or should I?
I was just gonna chime in because mine's relatively small. Basically, a little while back, I mentioned how it'd be fun for me and Chris and Adam and Lewis to all be able to get together again like we used to do. Chris, are you done farting into the microphone now?
No, as I'm plugging a cable.
Sure you are. But yeah, as I was saying, I'd
Mhm.
like to have the luxury of me, Chris, Adam, and Lewis to be able to link up again like we used to. Because fun times, and it's been over a year. Like I've seen everyone since then, but it's only been singular.
Yeah, lockdown is a bitch.
Yep.
But on the now, while I've pointed that out, that was a past thing. The good news is, on the 17th of May, I believe it is, for the four of us, we should be able to do that again. I think. I may need to look into that in more detail.
Yeah, and it might change.
And
Yeah.
things are possible to change. So
yeah, Boris might show up and say, "Oh, I'm sorry. Actually, you have to meet up the 17th of May 2023. I deeply apologize."
God damn it! Also, not a bad impression, but I still kind of preferred mine, if I'm entirely honest.
I mean, yeah, I'm not.
Yeah. Danny's one was far too to the point.
Yeah.
Well,
Right, Danny.
yeah, I guess so.
Your dream future.
My dream future is very basic, very down to the money, like all the others. I want to play. Wait, fuck. Have I mentioned this before? I really, at some point, have to go back through all the podcasts and see if I've repeated any dream futures.
You know what I reckon you should do? Is when you go back through it, actually list what every dream future that's been mentioned has been.
I was gonna do that, and I have started doing that with one episode, but I haven't gotten further than that. But okay, fuck it. The dream future I had thought of. The dream future I thought of is Conan Exiles. Don't know if any of you played the game, heard of the game.
I've heard of it.
It's basically I'm pretty sure it's in the Conan universe. You know, the movies with the Arnie thing it is.
Yeah.
But it's basically a base builder where there's a lot of progression with dungeons and bosses and leveling and items. Not so much mining, but there's a bit. It's more combat oriented and hunting. And I wouldn't mind playing that with like a big group of people. Maybe it could be the 3GN team, you know? Who knows? And that's basically my dream future. Very simple. Yeah. Now, the topic at hand. Chris, would you like to introduce the topic? as you
Wait, what
usually
was
do.
the topic again?
Okay, well, in that case, I'll introduce the topic. The topic for today is. Oh, no, I need to be sure I word this correctly. I know what it is, I just need to word it correctly. Gaming devices. Gaming devices. Now, specifically, like PCs, consoles, handhelds. Yeah, that's all I can think of. Oh, VR, which I don't really know what category that's in. I guess it is in its own category. But
I think that's an extension of
it isn't.
console and PC.
you know what? I think you're right because there is PlayStation VR and PC VR. So, yeah. But basically gaming devices. So who has something to say about it? I've got something to say about it specifically when it comes to PC and consoles, but I don't know that much about handhelds. That's more Chris's forte. But
Well,
do you want to start, Chris?
right. Here's the thing with consoles and PCs. One thing I've generally noticed over the years, if you get a console, that console can play that generational games no matter what. But a PC, the game developers for them always seem to be pushing further than most people have. Does that make
Yes.
sense?
No, that is correct. But that's because you can't really estimate what people have.
Yeah,
With a PC, right?
they always try to put the game on the latest and greatest.
Yeah.
And that feels cheap or feels like a low blow to someone who can't replace parts every year or so.
Yeah, I know what that feels like.
Isn't your PC like 8, Danny?
No, it's only 6 years old.
Oh, it's only 6.
And every single component of it is so old that I cannot replace a single component. If I buy a new component, it's not compatible with all the other components. So therefore, I actually need an entirely new PC. So
look at that, beautiful.
Yeah, but I mean, with that in mind, I bought Jedi Fallen Order, and I wanted to play it, but the truth is, my PC simply couldn't handle it, and it's a 2-year-old game. So yeah, I even turned down some of the things, some of the graphics, but I didn't want to turn it down too much because now I bought it. I don't want it to look like shit when I play it. Then I'd rather not play it and wait until I one day get a better PC. One day.
Yeah.
One day.
Well, handhelds.
One day. Sorry.
Handhelds do have a similar thing where they don't need to be updated, but there are some differences.
We're looking at 3DS with that one, aren't we?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because of the new 3DS in comparison to
Nintendo.
regular.
Carry on, Chris.
And let's not forget about the 2DS. Even though they're not the same generation, they can vary greatly because the 2DS actually moved the 3D feature.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah, it's in the name. So, I'd imagine so.
I think the original 2DS didn't actually have a hinge fold. It was just a solid piece. I'm probably getting that wrong.
Well,
I know
I'll find a picture of it and put it up so people will know. So
I know my new 2DS XL has a hinge, thankfully, because I just found the bulk of the other one just too weird. But here's the thing: most people, when they have a console and it's special limited edition, they don't actually get a chance to show it off as much. And the same can be said about PCs, because you could decorate the tower case.
I'm so sorry. What did I miss?
Well, Gary, honestly, we don't really have time to go over it again. So.
Right.
Not even in brief.
Especially not if you keep interrupting.
Okay. We basically have 10 more minutes until we have to start wrapping up. So.
Oh my lordy lord.
Yeah.
Well, basically, I was saying about decorations and limited editions. If you got a limited edition console, the only people who will see that are people who come around physically, or you post it online as a brag, and then that just makes you look petty.
No, it depends.
It does.
I was going to say, what about if you want to show off your gaming setup, and not so much as a brag, but say someone's prompted you, like, oh, well, here's my gaming setup. What does yours look like? I'm interested to know. There are those people.
Yeah, I know that because you've got Danny and Lewis who've done that.
Yeah. Me and
Yeah,
Lewis
exactly.
have compared setups.
Oh my.
Yes.
But here's the thing: if you got a handheld and you decorate it, if you're using that out in public, a lot more people are randomly going to see it.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So I feel like decorating a handheld has more impact than a console or PC.
Yeah, it's more relevant than doing it with
But
something that's just gonna stay at home.
it's like Adam has a Pokeball themed 2DS XL.
No, that was a 3DS.
3DS?
Yeah, I'm fairly sure he has a 2DS, but I'm fairly sure that's not it.
I thought it was a 2DS XL because it had the same screen sizes as mine.
You know, actually, it'd probably just be better if I ask him later.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Danny can clarify in the video.
Yeah.
Look, I've got a clear plastic case on my 2DS XL, and I've got a piece of paper underneath it, just as a bit of decor. But I can switch that easily, so that's quite nice.
Yeah.
I mean, you can always
Um,
take a picture and show people what it looks like. They might
yeah.
be interested.
But
I mean, I like it.
But Chris, if you don't have any more, I would like to, before we stop, quickly go over the thing I had about PCs and consoles.
Go on.
Okay. Back in the day, it was all about PC or console. Which gamer are you? Are you a console player or a PC master race? But in more modern times, that has become less relevant through the advance of crossplay. So people can basically play together no matter what system they're on. I'm remembering when I was playing Xbox 360, if somebody told me, hey, you can play games with somebody who's playing on a PlayStation, I would say, fuck off. Witchcraft. You're lying. It's impossible. But nowadays, it's becoming more and more feasible. So the relevance of, are you choosing a console or a PC? One of the aspects was which system has a bigger player base, which is what some people would use to define if they would play this or that. That's no longer relevant. There are still other aspects of what you choose that is relevant or not. Like, the reason why I prefer PC is honestly because I don't have to pay money twice for my internet. Like with Xbox
Aha!
Gold
Yeah.
and with
Yeah.
PlayStation Plus or whatever, I pay for my internet and then I am on the online and I can play games online. If people started putting that on PC games, people would fucking riot in the streets. That's never been a thing for PC, and that's the only reason why I prefer PC. Now it's also nice that I can play a large array of different games, but the real big selling point is the not paying twice for my internet. So, yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
There is also the. Oh, go on, Chris. I was just going to chime in with something, but go on.
Do you remember the game on 360 that
Which one?
really pushes the boundary of that?
No. Oh, Destiny 2. Or Destiny.
Destiny.
It was just Destiny.
Yes. You.
Because as soon as I
if you-
realised that you can't play it on your own, and I mean with a silver membership, that just killed it for me.
How much?
That just
I
made me
preferred-
actually hate the game.
How much did you pay for the game?
I don't remember, but
I think it's free to play on PC, which is probably a bigger kick on the balls.
I
It-
think around the time it would have been about £45.
Jesus Christ.
That's off the top of my
Maybe.
head. Don't quote me on that.
I'm quoting you
But
on
that
that.
was when it was new.
I'm writing.
I was just going to say that's when it was new.
I'm writing an article and
But-
saying that you said that.
But
Oh, no.
basically, it went from, okay, it's a game I own, to, okay, you now have to pay a subscription for it.
Yeah,
When I
that's fucked
realised
up.
that, it just started love of it.
Yeah, I get how. I would have felt the exact same way, because getting an Xbox Live membership, card in Denmark is virtually impossible with the death of
I remember
GameStop.
when you broke the impossibility for the both of us. Like, you're a true trooper, Danny.
Well, I just scavenged through all my Xbox games and was like, okay, these are all the codes that I had never used because I just had Xbox Live. So, I remember that.
Yeah, but you brought us time, and that is the most valuable gift for anyone.
Yeah, I also spent my birthday money on a couple of months, like 3 months, I think it
Yeah.
was. And
Well, another thing is
yeah,
the 3DS doesn't actually have subscriptions as well, so that's one of the reasons I like it as well.
yeah, that's a. It's. Do you know what? Let's just agree that a very good selling point for online gaming is that you don't have to pay twice for your internet.
Agreed.
Haha, Switch users.
Hey, hold on. No, hold on. First off,
I'm holding on.
good. First off, it was free for a rather long period, and they had declared that that was going to be a grace period. And I mean, it was a kick in the balls, but I don't actually hear anyone complaining about it anymore, to be perfectly honest with you. And even then, it took up until the Switch before Nintendo actually implemented any form of paid subscription for online play.
They were probably
Perfectly
just
honest.
testing the network. And since it was testing the networks, if anything went wrong, they weren't going to have people pay for a down system.
That said, I do want to get a Switch, but I don't know if I'm going to be paying for online because there are games on the Switch I want to play, but that's mostly like games like Zelda. Yeah, I can't really think of any other. Honestly, can't think of any other.
Okay, let me point out something about how Nintendo's online system works. You can get a family bundle, which is basically you pay for a grand total of 8 accounts for about as much as one.
Oh, and you have 8 accounts, Gary?
Yeah, but only one of them really uses online, and even then, that's in a family bundle with Brett's, because Brett's a nice guy.
Oh, I was gonna be like, yeah, but you don't use the family bundle, but I guess you do. So, fuck me then, I guess.
I technically do, but it's on a technicality, and even then, that was a birthday present for me from him for like a while ago.
You know what? If Brett ever listens to this, you know what? It's pretty cool of you, Brett.
Shout out to you and Matt, Brett.
Anything else, or shall we proceed to words of wisdom?
I mean, I got my 2 cents out on the matter that crossplay and free internet is good. Well, not paying twice for your internet is good. It's not free. I still have to pay for internet. Everybody does. So, well, yeah.
I mean, I ended up lagging out of the call partway through Chris's speech, so I don't really think I had a chance to say anything. But then now I've kind of forgotten it, so I guess it's a moot point.
Yeah, and you did say some pretty valid stuff about Switch, so
yeah,
which
I
is
got something in.
Which is a gaming device.
That it is.
Now, I do agree we should go on to words of wisdom. Who would like to start?
Can I?
I would like Chris.
Okay,
I've seen this in a YouTube video, and basically it's just silence is golden, but duct tape is silver.
That actually makes sense considering my chair is with silver duct tape. So yeah.
Was that seriously what you've had, like, already from the get-go? Because that's glorious.
Yeah.
Well, Gary, do you want to go or should I? Because I definitely have one.
You.
Oh fuck. Okay.
Oh, you don't?
Yeah, no, I do. If you have ants in your room and they like to congregate around your bin, put your bin outside your room.
That's actually pretty smart.
Yeah, that's what I did, and now the ants were like, "What the fuck? There's no bin in here anymore. Guess we'll fuck off." And now they're not back. So I won the war. Yeah.
Right. So I'm actually kind of paraphrasing something Sonic said from Sonic 06. Nothing starts until you take action. If you have time to worry, just do it. I mean, think about it. Failure is a necessary step on the path to success.
So what you're saying is every journey starts with the first step.
Well, to be fair, what Sonic actually said was if you have time to worry, then run. But he was kind of talking about running, so yeah, I guess you're right.
Well, I guess what you're saying is if you
that's the end of the podcast.
You shouldn't worry. So if I kill somebody, so if I was worrying about getting caught for killing somebody, I shouldn't worry about that and just do it.
No, and just run.
Okay. So if I want to kill somebody, I should just run.
Run away.
Fine.
Run away. That way you won't kill that person unless you hit them with a car.
No, I'm not running.
That's all from us, kids.
Yeah. Thanks for listening. Remember to subscribe and comment and shit and pee poopy. Click the bell button. Join Discord. And shoot a blue bird.
Feel free to ask me questions on Twitter. I'll probably not see them until I do
Danny
an upload.
EXE has stopped working.
No. So everybody say goodbye.
Oh.
Goodbye.
Tally ho.
Reboot successful. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Goodbye.